All right. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. Because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer, and I'm just learning to draw. I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it ain't that hard. Okay. Now, before we start, let me get the light situation ready. I don't want my phone to heat up. So maybe we'll put it like this. Sound like this? Yeah, sure. Bit of a rim light going on here. I don't hate that. All right. Do I look sweaty? Hopefully I don't. I don't think I'm gonna ramble a lot today because the reason is I didn't really draw a lot yesterday. I mean, I drew two figures, and I drew two figures, and that took me like half an hour, which is, you know, pretty interesting to draw a figure in half an hour, two figures in half an hour. But I need to do more, so I don't think I'm gonna ramble too much today, even though I'm rambling like right now. But okay, I'm just gonna shut up soon. Just fix this Photoshop right here. Here we go. We got another layer. We got hello? Yes. Nope, not that brush. Not that brush. Not that brush. We got a 4. There we go. That's more like it. Boom, bam, boom. Emily, hi. Emily! Emily is here. Hello. I'm gonna get a bigger desk. Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Because mine is tiny. I think, I don't know if like what kind of measurements measurement units you use, but mine is probably like a meter by a meter. Like it's this long. You know, do you see my hands? I don't know, it's like this. So it's this big. It's this big. And the same, like it's this wide. It's so tiny. And honestly, sometimes I just can't fit all of my stuff. Like I have a couple of books there. I'm looking at them right now. I have a pot. This is, look at this pot. This, my mom gave it to me, and I really like it. This is plastic, by the way. I have some like change thrown there. I have this thing that I keep my stylus in, but it is like goes through, so I have to. Whoop. So I have to, you know, sit it down. And sometimes it's like, okay, you know, I can fit those things, but no more. I can't fit any more than that. All right. Let's get the drawing, shall we? Shall we? All right, we got this one. Hopefully these lines help us. These are like very helpful, I suppose. We got this one. One, like, I thought I keep thinking about boxes and drawing figures, and it's like, how can I say this? Right. Let me first of all, extracting like basic shapes, or you know, boxy, if that's even a word, shapes from you know, bodies specifically, or like round and more complex shapes generally, is a bit tough. It's tough. And it's like a skill on its own to be able to have the eye and just draw boxes out of like just the ability to see something. And I feel like this is what I'm honing here. I feel like it's a skill that I'm working on, but I'm not really realizing it. And I just like for once, I want to draw a good box. Can I do that? The eraser is wide, so let's reduce that. That's one, I guess. And two is here. Yeah, maybe a bit wider. Ah, come on. Interesting. We'll go with this and we'll see. I might be, incredibly wrong here with like the positioning of the boxes, but we'll see. Control S, yes sir, boom. All right. Next, the legs. The legs. This is probably the neck. The neck is doing something crazy going on here. So hopefully we're able to, this can go either way. This can be like a really good try or a really bad one. Well, something like that. And then we have the foot. The foot, which is, I'm just going to draw it as something like this. There we go. That's a foot. All right, next leg. This one's in here. Probably, yeah. This is good. This one's in here. This one will make like a simple line because we've got this one is a simple line as well, and this one we see maybe it's a circle. That's one, that's two. We don't show this. There we go. And then we have the other foot. The other foot, which is, I feel like it's best to do this and then like do a rectangle, not a rectangle, but a triangle here. Is that a good way to simplify it? It's not bad. It really isn't that bad. Okay, this is good. Somehow it worked out. Wow, that's a really good foot. What is going on? Okay, probably need like a ball here. Okay, next for shoulders. Shoulder here, shoulder there. There we go. And then, oh, this is interesting. I wouldn't have made these curved lines here. I would have thought it was like something like this. That's good, that's good, that's good. And now these lines are getting straighter, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do a line right here. Second circle here. All right. And then we have this, and this. This one right here. And this one right here. Okay, we're not gonna draw the guns because this is not, I am not trying to draw guns right now. I'm not learning to draw guns. We'll probably do a good job drawing it, like, to be frank. It's just that I'm not trying to waste my energy on guns right now. The arms are very skinny, especially the forearm. Looks very skinny to me. So maybe it's salvageable, maybe it's not. It does not matter. Okay, something like that. And we have a box right here. We have this. This is holding the gun. And these are the rest of the fingers. Rest of the fingers right here, and fingers right here. And it's holding like the gun. Okay, goog. Now, do I draw the neck? The neck is sort of like this, and then halfway we have a face here, but it's very confusing. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, that worked. So maybe we'll go something like this. Yep. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's move on. All right, this one, I feel like this one I'm either gonna have so much fun drawing it, or it's gonna suck. And hopefully it doesn't suck. All right. Maybe after this one and the one after it, we can watch some Kaisen, some of Kaisen's stream, because it's been 2 days now. I haven't seen his stream, so yeah. Okay, this box right here. Did I nail that or what? Okay, I'm nailing these boxes right now. What is going on? Look at, like, this is it, I think. Okay. And then, okay, so the foreshortening here is crazy. All right, we almost don't see the thigh on this one. And then we have this. I think that's the way it's gonna be. That's that. And then here, this is literally just lines. This is lines. Okay, maybe it goes something like this in here. And then boom, right? And then boom. Okay, we're not drawing, we're just drawing cylinders. Don't draw, you know. Okay, that's 1 foot. And then the other one is here. And then here. And then we connect those. I feel like that works, yeah. And then here. And then here. And then we have the heel. Oh, wait a minute. We see sort of like the bottom of the foot here. So is there like a trick to that? Or how do we deal with it? How do we deal with that? Oh man. Okay, draw something like this. And something like this. And something like this. Right? And then this one right here. Okay, I think that works. I think that just works. Okay, maybe not that pointy. Alright, good. Next, shoulder, arm. Before that, let's do some cleaning up. Actually, ugh. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, I didn't even think about this hand. This arm. This is very interesting. This is this is the most fun I've had drawing figures. This pose is very interesting. But trying to draw like what's behind, I'm trying to get like an understanding of what's going on here. So probably this one is going over here, and I know I'm making a mess in here, but it goes over here, and then it stops here, and then this one goes right here, and zoop, zoop. Maybe not zoop, but yeah, zoop, zoop. Zoop, zoop. And does this look good, or am I tripping? Okay, let us wipe off anything that we don't see. Wait a minute. We don't see this? Yes. Yes, Gog. We don't see this. Gog. We don't see this. We don't see any of this. We don't see that. Center line, sure. We'll draw it again. See that? This is good. This is good. No, this is good. This is good. We don't see this. Definitely don't see any of this. This is all behind this leg. And yeah, okay. Now, I forgot to draw this hand right here. And these fingers are just holding. There we go. Now for the neck, so probably gonna need this back here. This is the neck, and it's there. Something like there. And then for the face, it's a box. It's a box, beautiful box. It's a beautiful, beautiful box that we draw. Okay, wait, no, this is completely wrong. Completely wrong. This is sound like this, sound like this. What's happening? No, wait. Something don't add up. So we can see sort of like a rectangle here, right? And this one just goes like this. This is the rectangle, okay. So this one I feel like should move here. No. I feel like this point should move here. Looks so messed up. Okay, what is happening? How do I draw this? I feel like everything sort of turned out to look good except for the head. And I feel like it looks good, doesn't it? You know what? I'm going to go with it. Oh, I understand. I understand exactly what's going on. This head needs to be, you see that line over there? It needs to go along with the muscle that I know. I took notes of it. It's called the sternocleid or the sternocleido. This God, why do they have to make such complicated words? Sternocleid. Is that how? Yeah.
Sternocleido.
Sternocleid? Okay, this is British. This feels British.
Sternocleido.
Sternocleid. Sounds like a freaking spell from Harry Potter. Okay, anyways, the sternocleid, which is this this muscle right here. So that muscle needs to go along with with the rest of the head. Yes, so that line, you see that line over there? I feel like they need to just be on the same line there. There we go. I feel like that looks better. And I'm not gonna mess around with it too much. This is like I'm very proud of this one. I feel like this one is my favorite. One thing I'm missing is to clean up this part. Oh, this one. There we go. Alright, nice. I'm really happy with this one. Alright, last but not least. Got this man over here. Alright, I'm actually sick of drawing boxes. I don't want to draw boxes anymore. Look at the muscle definition on the leg. Okay. Do I want to draw this? No. Do I have to? Yes. Ben? Yes. No. All right. Is there any box here? I mean, he's all boxy and muscly and everything, but I feel so hot. It is so hot in here. Help me. I feel like a humidity makes it 100% worse. If it's like hot and that's it, like I can take it. Like hot and humid, that's too much, man. That's too much. Is this a box? I feel like this is just a box. Really. If we want to give it volume, then it's going to be maybe something like this. Something very minimal. But it's just a box. It doesn't matter. We don't need to give form to everything. If it's head on, then it's head on, you know? And then this one in here. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay. And then we have this leg, which is on the same line, maybe even lower. Yeah. Oh, lights off. Crazy. Okay, foot. Draw a circle here, and then just like a rectangle, really. Maybe something like this with a tilt. And that's a foot. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. Like just drawing from these, I feel like I know how feet work now. A little bit, a little bit. Okay, that's one. All right, next. This is exhausting. Says the person who's literally sitting on a desk and just drawing and just minimally moving his hand. Does this work? Okay, no. We're gonna mess it up if we do that. But yeah, oof, man, that was tough. I don't know if this like is correct. I feel a little bit weird about this one right here. This one right here. But overall, I think it looks good. Overall, like this, for example, I'm not too mad about. Man, that was exhausting. All right, we have 20 more minutes. Do we want to watch Kaisim's stream, or do we want to just end stream? Man, I need a break from that. From those shapes. Let's make this one small. Same with this. Oh, this one is the best. This one is the best I've ever done. This one's not bad as well. Yeah, this one's good. This one is interesting. This one's good as well. I don't hate these. This one is a bit chicken scratchy. It's a bit messy, but I feel like it's because of like the foreshortening here. I mean, otherwise it would have been good. This one is my favorite. This one is my second favorite. Maybe third. Third is between this one and this one. I don't know. These three are like not so good, not so bad, but I like these two the most. I really like these two the most. Man, it helps when, this is something I noticed, it helps when references are skinny as opposed to when they're, fatter or they have too much muscle definition, because then I don't really get to see the skeleton, I suppose, or the structure of the bones and everything. Oh man, it is so hot. Alright, I reckon we can just watch a bit of Kaisim. I'm not going to draw along. Maybe I'll take notes about like the anatomy, but other than that, I think I'm good. Here we go.
Let's go in now and let's start talking about the rest of the anatomy that we've got here. All right. How do you take notes when studying an art subject? Oftentimes what I do is I'll try to highlight the key components, and then usually the way that I take notes is I try to draw it myself. I think that's one of the most effective ways as an artist to practice taking notes, is I'll actually practice drawing the stuff myself and making sure I understand it in a way that makes sense to me. So that's kind of how I take notes. And I mean, you guys have seen it, right? So for those of you who are curious how I take notes, I would say just check out my boot camp, because the way that I run my boot camp is literally how I run and how I run taking my notes and all of that stuff. So yeah. But okay, let's move down now to the torso, and we'll talk a little bit about the muscles here. And while we do this, I'll also explain to you guys how I think about foreshortening, for those of you especially who maybe struggle with foreshortening, because I think this scene here is full of foreshortening, which I think is great. But that means it's a little difficult as well, right? So we'll talk about that right now. We need an arrow to the head. Fine. Okay, we'll do it. Just for you guys. Just for you guys. All right, there you go. There. Happy? Sheesh. Okay, going back here now, let's talk a little bit about the let's go talk about the clavicle again, but this time let's kind of go behind or below the clavicle, and we'll talk about some of the muscle groups that are actually connecting to the clavicle here, that are below now the neck, and we're talking mostly about the torso and stuff. Okay. When it comes to making 2D art, work of any kind, would you use the subscription service that other professionals use on a daily basis, or should you use one-time purchase applications to cover other expenses? I don't know. That's an interesting question. I think it depends. Depends on what you're comfortable with, right? I also need arrows on the legs and arms. Oh man, look what we've committed to, guys. See, this is what happens. Anyways, let's go in here and let's talk a little bit about the structure here of something called the pectoral muscles. Okay, so what's really cool about the pectoral muscles are that the
Pectoral muscles. Interesting. So they're like really a bunch of strings that attach to sort of like the end of the shoulder, and when you lift your arm, they stretch with it. So it's an interesting movement there. I don't know, I feel like there's parts of it, like this part, and then this is the rest. And this is all connected on the top with the clavicle, and on the the side with I don't know what this is called.
The pectoral muscles basically are going to connect and insert into a couple of places. One is going to insert to the clavicle here. So we're going to have the portion here of the clavicle kind of fanning out this way. Two is going to connect to the sternum over here. So there's going to be that muscle right here like this.
This sternum. Right, that's what it's called. So the sternum. Pectoral muscle connected to the clavicle and the sternum. And the sternum. The sternum is the bone that's I don't know, in the front of the rib cage. There we go. And then I'll do an arrow like this. That's the sternum. All right.
And then three, it's also going to insert into the humerus bone right here. So that upper portion of
the humerus bone. Wait, this bone's funny now. How do I write humerus? Like humerus? Humerus? Oh my god, it actually is. What? No, okay, it's not. The humerus bone. Tell me a joke. Okay, what's the humerus? Oh, okay, is this one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's called the humerus. Okay, interesting. The humerus bone, which is, I mean, this is the shoulder, this is in, this is in, this is the arm, and then you have the humerus bone, which is like something like this. There we go. That's the humerus bone.
The arm there. And so all of those things are going to insert that muscle right here like this. And then 3, it's also going to insert into the humerus bone right here. So that upper portion of the arm there. And so all of those things are going to insert like this, and that's going to create some of that wrapped out form. Now, when you have the arm, raised like this, like kind of like, well, how we have it here, what's going to happen is the pectoral muscles are actually going to pull up a little bit there, and they're going to go into and up and insert into that arm over here, right? As it makes its way into that portion of the arm, what's going to happen is the deltoid muscle, which is the muscle there of the shoulder, so the shoulder muscle there, that's actually going to go in and
deltoid muscle. Okay. Deltoid muscle is the muscle on the shoulder.
and overlap the pectoral muscles. So what we're going to do here is the deltoid muscle, which is the muscle there of the shoulder. So the shoulder muscle there, that's actually going to go in and overlap the pectoral muscles. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the portion here of the deltoid, and I'll explain to you guys the 3 places that the deltoid connects to the body and also what the deltoids do. So the deltoids are going to connect to the end of the clavicle here. So the latter third there of the clavicle. It's also going to connect here to something called the acromion process, which is the bony protrusion coming out of the back of the scapula. And then last but not least, it actually connects to the underside there of the ridge of the scapula. So these 3 sections of connection right there are going to kind of help you understand the deltoids, but also understand a little bit of what they do. So the deltoids, there's going to be a posterior, anterior, and then a medial section of, is it medial or lateral? I forget. Medial is inside, lateral is outside. So posterior, interior, we'll just call it side. I think it's lateral. But anyways, there's going to be 3 sections there, and all of those things are going to be correlated to where the deltoids are connected. And they're in charge of a lot of the mobility and range of motion here of the arm, but also in charge of raising that clavicle as well too. So you can kind of see how you can use the clavicle there along with the trap muscles in the back. So what's interesting, going back here now to the anatomy, is that,
not gonna lie, he lost me with that explanation. I don't know what he's talking about.
This deltoid muscle basically now also overlaps the pectoral muscles that we talked about.
Hello, we got okay, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but Madav Mayer. Hello, how are you doing?
About earlier. So the pectoral muscles are going to insert into the arm there, but the deltoids also insert into the arm, and they're going to actually overlap the form there of the.
I don't know if you can hear me over like the video, but what I said is that we're trying to learn anatomy here. Well, I was sick of drawing like these sort of like boxy figures, and I was like, yeah, it's about time we learn a little bit of anatomy. Hello, fellow human. Hey, we got a fellow human in the chat. We got Emily, the first human, and then we got another human. Hopefully, hopefully they write again. But yeah.
Of the pectorals, okay? Oh, sorry, yeah, medial means middle. I think I was thinking, not medial. What was I thinking?
Doesn't matter, dude.
Was it not lateral? Okay, hold on. Alice. What is inner? What was I thinking that was inner? See, I haven't done anatomy with you guys in so long. I have to figure this out now. Give me a sec. It's bothering me. What was I thinking? I was thinking the inner side there. I was definitely thinking of something, 100%. I want to know it now.
No,
Give me a sec.
he's thinking of a song.
I'm going to find it. I said lateral, which is right. Okay, yes. Hold on. I want to find this now.
Just move on, dude.
I was thinking of, no, not distal. Okay. Yeah, so I was thinking of the legs and the vastus medialis. So in reference to the into the leg muscles, which we'll talk about later, I was thinking more about how the vastus medialis is on the interior side there of the leg. But yes. Anyways, guys, really quick, I do run ads on my stream every hour. One's gonna be running right about now. So if you do get an ad, thank you again for sticking around for the ad break. They do help keep my streams monetarily viable and allow me to do what I'm doing out here on Twitch. And if you don't want to see any ads, consider subscribing or using a Prime sub. But either way, thank you for your support. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the stream. All right. But anyways, as we kind of go back in here, right, let's kind of talk a little bit now about the arms and stuff. So again, I'm kind of laying out here all the muscles and stuff, but when you're drawing out your characters, you don't actually need to draw out all these lines. I always say, like, you know, just draw what you feel is most appropriate. Sometimes you want to draw all these lines, sometimes you don't. I personally like to just kind of keep it nice and loose, but it's really up to your own preferences there, what you want to go for, right? Well, let's kind of go in here now and let's kind of talk about the arm muscle right here. And let's work on adding in some of the form there of the arm, right? So after we've established and let me do it actually on both sides here so we can kind of talk about it here as well. So after we've established the pectoral muscles, which we'll do on this side as well too, we're going to realize that, again, a lot of these connections are going to just wrap into the arm right here. We're going to have the deltoid muscle, which is going to kind of go in here and also create some of that shape. And also the deltoid muscle, they kind of connect and kind of converge a little bit more on the upper portion here, upper front portion of the arm. So not necessarily on the middle there of the arm, and a little bit more closer to the front side. And so you can kind of imagine as it starts to wrap its way around there, you'll see a little bit of that deltoid kind of curving more this way. So oftentimes what people do, gesturally speaking, is they'll add a little bit of a line here. And this line, and a lot of these smaller details, is actually what's going to help you out a lot when it comes to establishing things like foreshortening and whatnot. So we'll kind of go in there like that. And then let's go in now and let's go back to the portion here of the arm that we've got going on. Okay. Also, how are you guys holding? Are you guys holding up okay? How are you guys doing? Is the anatomy dense, as I've said, as I warned you guys? Is it helpful? Hopefully it's still oh damn, the liquefy undid itself. Hopefully it's not like too complex though. I'm trying to go at it piece by piece and also go over each of the components as a general structures and more about where they insert and less about like you need to know this name and you need to do this and that. Because I think doing that, like, sure, it's great, but from a beginner standpoint, I don't think it's as important, to be honest. I'm explaining well. Cool. Elemental Geo, hey, ads are over. Okay, cool. I didn't really talk that much during the ad break, by the way. So if you felt like, hey, did I miss anything? No, you're good. You did not miss anything. But okay, let's talk a little bit now about overlaps and how you can kind of utilize this stuff for foreshortening. Now, the area right here underneath the bicep, underneath the pectoral is actually going to be the bicep. So the bicep muscle actually connects here to the humerus joint, and they kind of sit in between the pectorals and the deltoids over here, right? And then on the other side right here, we're going to have the triceps in the back, which we're not really going to see. But if you take a look at this reference, you might be seeing like, hey, Sam, what the heck is all of this stuff right here? So interestingly enough, right here on the in-between of the bicep and the tricep is going to be something called the ridge muscles. All right. It's a grouping of muscles here, which basically originate and insert into here between the bicep and the tricep. And then also connect into the forearm there onto the, let me double check if I remember this, the thumb side here of the arm. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on there. Now, you'll notice that when I actually go over these muscles and these lines, part of what we're doing here is we're also going to establish some of these subtle overlaps of the arm here, because it is in these little overlaps where we're going to be seeing a lot of the foreshortening. So you don't have to actually draw everything overlapping. You can just kind of add in a few subtle lines, and that should hopefully denote some of the structure and overlap of the form, right? I only know deltoids. Good. Yeah, again, if you're watching right now and if you're kind of confused, I would say just, take a breather from it. Don't like try to copy everything, because it's, again, a little tedious. But just try to, I guess you can always watch it at your own time and your own pace if that's something you're looking to do. But going in here now, you're going to notice a couple things. One, this form right here, which actually connects to the elbow, which we haven't drawn yet, so you can kind of imagine there's an elbow here. But this form is actually going to go in, and it's also going to now insert into the thumb side. This is kind of what we were talking about earlier. So the forms are going to wrap around, and they're going to connect to the thumb side there of the wrist. And you can imagine this wrist really kind of being a box-like structure, right? So I'm going to kind of simplify it here to a box, and we'll start adding some more taper there. So the forms are going to wrap around, and that's going to also create some of that structure there of the forearm. You can see that right here now. And this is where you can start to kind of go in and be like, okay, cool. So we have here the elbow, also known as the ulna, and then we're going to start wrapping out some of the other forms there. As a medical professional, I really feel I should know more about muscles. I'm very disappointed. It's all good. I feel like, it's probably important if you're a medical professional, but if it's not in the field, like if it's not required for your field of work, I'm sure it's not like that important. If you're telling me you're a doctor though, then yeah, I might be like, hey, you might want to know it, but if not, it's okay. As someone who does study anatomy, I'm immediately having a good time. Hey, nice. That's good to hear. I'm always trying to make sure I balance the, what's it called? Making sure I try to balance here the stuff that we're covering, because I don't want to overwhelm you guys too much. I think this is a lot of heavy stuff, and especially if you're still a beginner. Again, I always tell people, if you're still a beginner, don't worry at all about all of the stuff that I mentioned just now. Just focus primarily on the initial stuff that we talked about, which was going to be the fundamentals of form, right? How do you establish these basic structures? Because you don't need to know all of this stuff. Again, you can do it. And I think it'll make your stuff cool if you know how to do it, but you don't need to. Right now, what I'm drawing in here is going to be the extensor muscles, and those are going to connect on the outer side there of the arm. So the outer part of the arm there. And they're going to also connect here below and, next to the ulna bone right here, which is going to be the elbow.
All right. I think we can, oh my God. He just, I tried to keep up, but he's talking about a lot of muscles, and I started to lose him a little bit. And also he said that I don't really have to worry about it for now for a beginner, so yeah. This is oh my God, it's detailed. But it's okay. I got some, right? I got some. Hopefully we learn this sooner or later. The anatomy. But anyways, oh my God, I'm yawning. I've been yawning. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the fully human, as Emily says. let me just play the music a little bit. As Emily says, Madov, you're welcome to the stream. I'm just learning to draw every day, just to prove to you guys that it ain't really that hard. Emily knows it. A lot of people don't, and I'm yet to get to a good level, I suppose. All right, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna end the stream right now, and all right, I guess see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye now. Goodbye.